everyone, and welcome to Bloodstone Saga, The Road to Bloodstone, Episode 4, where the party has just had a lovely time in a town. It wasn't lovely at all. It was a bunch of bureaucracy and then horrible, horrible, horrible curses. I could leave that up to one of you to explain what happened last time, of course.
You know what? I'll give it a shot. Why not?
Oh, yeah.
Last time we arrived in a town, whose name I don't remember. I'm really bad with that.
It's literally right next to your token.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. Hold on. I was folding clothes.
It's fine.
Oh gosh. Where?
The humble town of Bellow's Bog.
Yeah. We arrived in that one.
Yeah.
To find a dwarf with some rather heavy tendency for cursing, buried in the dirt, all but his head.
Yep.
We agreed to help him get back his axe. Went and did some speakies with some first some very unpleasant guards, followed by an administrator who has a specific role that I don't remember.
He's the strategist.
The strategist! That one!
Yeah.
There you go. Don't worry, I'll help him.
We tried to do some negotiations for an axe, failed horribly, and then were set up, or attempted to be set up, by a very grumpy guard who didn't like us very much for no real reason, because we're all lovely.
Bloodthirsty, but fair.
And after which, we successfully thwarted their plans. They were almost arrested, upon which they accidentally killed a guard and summoned an evil monstrosity there to take souls and bodies because of a curse on the city. Magnolia revived the guard. Ghostman demanded bodies. Magnolia stopped him from claiming the grumpy, bloodthirsty guard lady. And we learned... Well, actually, I mean, I guess we already learned about the curse before. The stopping of the guard grabbage. And we got the axe!
Or you will be getting the axe soon.
Or will be, yeah.
It is definitely on their docket, considering the utter and complete nightmare that just happened. I take it you guys would probably push to get it that night instead of the next morning, or do you not mind?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I would just say give us the damn axe.
You've gone through all this trouble just to get the damn axe. And
Give me...
I'd say that we open up on that night like a good half an hour later. Everybody else is sort of recovering from seeing a death knight within the ranks, an enemy of the Servidian Empire that they deserted, now back for more. Some of them knew about the curse, some of them didn't. Either way, it seems that the High Strategist and Saw is one of decent head, so he doesn't seem to be freaking out as he takes you over towards the big tented off run-down house that you had seen before that had been made into their main camping strategy room, I'd say. The war room.
War room.
Yes, exactly.
Or tent.
War tent, yeah. They're dealing with a shitty town. This is the best they could get. And he does sort of look at you all to sort of gauge how you seem to be after what happened, as he looks a little bit shaken himself.
Mm-hmm.
How do you all look right now?
I look like I had a giant sword slashed through me.
Rough.
Magnolia is probably humming / yapping with her little fox friend.
It's just trying to get the edge off.
I'm not sure if Magnolia ever really has much of an edge on to begin with.
True. And what of Khalid's?
I think she's concerned, but she's like a little bit off of her high horse from her previous gaining of power earlier in last night.
Oh yes, it seems that this was a real honest-to-goodness threat. As
So I think she's probably like pacing around her room. What is the room situation, actually? Because we only got 3, and we've got, what, like 5 people?
Oh, so you're
We're
not
not
actually going to the appraisal of the axe. You're just staying back at the inn for now.
Yeah, I mean, we're not paying for the axe, right?
No,
Like,
no. He's giving it to us because we stopped 2 people dying of his people.
So that whoever this man was, did he say his name?
Yes.
Ah, yes.
He
So
said it
that
was
Kalrel, the Tormentor, does not gain another 2 bodies. Especially 2,
Yes.
one of which was kind of strong. I mean, you can see what they did to Angriff.
I wasn't fighting back.
Yeah. Still, they
Only
hurt like a
reason.
motherfucker.
They do.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. We're getting the axe. So are you going to come with us, or are you gonna
Just retire back to your quarters, in which we will get to you soon.
yeah, I think I am. She's gonna sit by herself for a bit. I don't think she cares that much about how much the axe is worth.
So in that case,
If we're getting it for free, then as far as she's concerned, it's free.
it's no longer your problem. Yeah, in that case, yes, it is just Angriff and Magnolia. It appears that this is something where no paperwork really has to be done. It can be done in the morning. So your silver-tongued Kirsty is not here, as the half-elf just sort of brushes open that cloth entrance that you had seen, revealing what seems to be a decent armory, a couple of crates of various different weaponry, and he just says, I will be keeping a guard on watch, so take all the time you need. Again, I do apologize for Miss Mollywog's behavior. She will be getting their punishment for this, I assure you.
Alright. I'm gonna get... Does he tell us which box the axe is in, or do we have to find it?
He does point you to a box before he passes back through. It's one with less weapons, it seems, as this seems to be a genuine box of oddities. I'd say there's... Let me roll something.
Are you tempting me to steal from this man?
Up to you. I'm not stopping you. I'd say there's like 9 weapons. A couple of them seem to be genuine masterwork of some kind. Some more human, a couple more dwarven. I'd say that there are 2 of real interest besides that. There's also a couple of bits of armor as well in there. The 2 that seem the most interesting. One is a long spear that is not made of any sort of metal. In fact, it seems like it's with the holes in it that seem to slightly whistle in the breeze. It's made of bone and wood, sort of intertwined together a little bit more strongly. And for the other, as you pick it up, it's very hard to see that it would be anything else. It appears to be a great axe of some sort, although it's strange. Half of the grip is flat, and it seems that there is a hole within the center that seems to go a little deep, but not all the way through. And as you feel it, it seems there are wires upon it. Not wires, strings.
This the axe we want?
It appears that is the axe you want.
Alright, since we're here, I might as well just pop the detect magic.
I'd say that this one is at least slightly magical. It seems to be an arcane focus of sorts, in that it seems to be a weird, fucked up amalgamation of half axe, half axe, actually. Of course, he's a bard, what do you expect? For the other one, it is slightly magical. Seems to be a more druidic sort of magic within the spear. And as you sort of feel it, it looks to be of something for like a larger sort of being, not just a mere human.
Identify.
Ooh! It is apparently a centaur's screaming spear.
That sounds metal.
Indeed. It appears that if you throw it for a ranged attack, or you find some way to pass any sort of wind through it in a quick sort of manner, perhaps by a spell or something, it delivers a shriek that forces everybody to make a, I'd say like a DC 12 wisdom save or become frightened until the start of your next turn.
Neat.
Yeah. However, it does seem to be tagged as well as the rest. So it is inventoried.
He said we could take as long as we want, right?
He did say that.
He just looks between. Is it okay? Is the spear does it have the normal stats for a spear?
I would say, I will say there's a little bit of homebrew that I'm using, in which case spears are considered polearms, so they have a range of 10 feet.
It does. Is it versatile?
Yes.
Oh, that tempts me. Oh, is it a short spear? Are you using expanded weapons?
I don't. Wait, are you already using expanded weapons for yours?
I'm using expanded.
Oh, in that
weapons.
case, yes, it's a long spear.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, then it has the reach and the heavy, the thrown, and the versatile.
Oh, accidentally clicked the wrong thing. Realized that was on the camera layer. My bad. Started looking at expanded weapons and armor. But, players, if you like expanded weapons and armor, then add it to your home brewery. It's free. Anyways. What are you doing, Magnolia, in this armory? Armory in quotations. It's not that good. They got like a couple of longbows, a couple of weapons, leather and chain shirt armor.
I'm not sure. I don't believe that Magnolia would really care about weapons or armors or anything like that.
It does not seem
So
like that would be
she's
something
really
she'd be
just-
interested in.
No, yeah. So she's really just waiting for Ingrid.
Yeah. Who's
Okay,
just sort
Anger's-
of looking at everything with just like as if they were a child once again.
Anger
I
is going
think
to say, Magnolia, I really want this spear.
Okay.
Should I take it?
Technically, that would be stealing, and I've heard stealing is wrong and can lead to people having their hands cut off.
This is true, but I have a way of doing it sneakily. Do I abuse this?
Oh no, you're giving innocent one a dilemma.
I'm trying to, because the Angriff is like, they've been assholes to me. I want to take it, but he knows it's wrong, so he wants a second opinion.
I believe that it's important to always do the right thing. But I won't tell on you if you steal it. I'll just
You mind
be a
waiting
little disappointed.
She's like, do you mind waiting here and morning?
Nah. I can always find ways to keep myself busy.
God damn it! Ah.
They're too
That's
pure.
not. It just causes the frighten. It's not worth. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I put it back.
Indeed.
We'll just. It's not worth it.
You take the axe and you dip.
Yeah, as much as I want, as much as it would be cool to have the spear, add another
Maybe you
weapon
could
to
buy it. Or ask for it. They seem rather grateful.
I'll ask. I'll ask as we leave.
I'd say that the guard on hand is just... You know what? For posterity's sake, I'll make it... As you leave, there is one sort of thing that you can recognize on the dude. His chest plate is sort of crumpled inward as if an axe went through it, but there's no blood, it's just skin.
I thought he got stabbed with the sword that she took.
Oh no, she was using her axes. Chopped through.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me.
Alright, as we walk, he's like, there's a spear in there I'd like. Is it possible to purchase it?
The man who has this spear, I'd say, okay, I think he's a little bit of a younger dude. Well, literally only got into this, like, probably got into it just before the desertion. He sort of looks to you and then looks to Magnolia and goes, I'd say that if we had a use for it, then maybe, yeah, but, you know, between you and me, guys, I feel like they're not really using it that much. You could literally put in any spear and they wouldn't even realize it's gone.
It just has a tag on it?
Put the tag on something else and it'll work.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It has a tag on it and everything.
It does have a tag on it, but it only seems to, as you do look at it again, it says in common, 1x spear 0059.
He takes one of his javelins and swaps them.
And so it is done. You don't even need to roll for it because it's just.
Thank you.
You now have this long spear.
Send me this.
And
Our
as you're about
friendship
to
prevails.
leave again, there's a bit of a pause as he goes, actually, there's one thing I did want to ask. Not to you. Ma'am, I'm sorry, I don't know your name. Why did you... He sort of touches the hole in his shirt where an axe used to be at his skin and just... That seemed to be a pretty strong spell. Why would you use it for someone like me?
'Cause you died. That's what the spell does. It undies people. Undeads people.
Yeah, that's what, you know, the father told me, but I ain't even worth however much gold it is to resurrect it. I mean, I'm private.
All human lives are worth at least that much.
There's a little bit of pause, and he sort of tears up a little bit and goes, "Thank you, ma'am. You'll be on your way."
Of course. You know, I do require a favor, though, in exchange for reviving you.
Of course, anything.
Make sure to live a long life.
There's a little bit of a pause at that, and he just sort of looks at himself, all 120 pounds soaking wet looking man that he is. I'll try, ma'am. As he snaps to attention.
Magnolia will do a little salute and skip back towards wherever we're going.
Back to the inn? Alright. In which case, while you guys are going back, we will switch over to the concerned woman in question, Caliss. This is not
Why,
the
hello.
worst inn you've been in by far, but it is sort of a commoner's inn. There's a chamber pot under the bed. It's like 2 beds on the opposite sides. They're singles. It's got a warm blanket, but the window's open. Does have a bathtub, though. That's not half bad. Usually you can order someone to get water for a little bit of a price. So how have you been? You've been pacing, you told me, yes?
Yeah, I think she's it's getting to like dusk at this point, right? It's like getting
it's
towards evening.
It's past dusk. It's like the lanterns are on in the village, and it seems that whatever dusk there is fading away.
Okay, she set out her bag, and she set out her bag and she's watching the spiders go into it, I think, and she's just sort of contemplative.
Indeed.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna roll for how many spiders we get.
Roll for spiders. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum.
Alright, it's pretty good rolls. Probably will go back to full, but we'll see. Not quite.
It's not awful. But either way, that's what you've been doing for some time, correct?
Yeah, I think she's like the bag is like on like the windowsill of her room, so she's also sort of looking out and down at the
Indeed.
at people walking by and stuff, if there are people walking by.
Ever so slightly. It's something that you've sort of picked up doing where you're somewhere unfamiliar. There's a millsman there, a acolyte doing like a couple of light blessings, flinging like a
Yeah, I think she's reflecting on how well today went and how bad it could have gone.
Indeed. Your ear does pick up something, though. What's your past perception?
Not great. 11?
11. You hear the sound, but you don't realize its location until, well, it's rather noticeable. You think at first it's just a river going by. It's like, considering that the inn is right on the river. But no, there is something rushing through, and as you sort of look, the bathtub is filling up with something. Which is strange. Normally you'd have to draw a bath with whatever water you would find, but no, it's filling up with blood. Slowly making its way up and up until it's starting to reach the part where it's not spilling just yet, but it is full.
She rolls low on a wisdom save, and I think is going to immediately go into like assassin, like I'm being attacked mode, and she will pick up the bag of spiders, jump out the window, and then web sling onto the roof.
Interesting. You just sort of do that as a bit of a pause, and
then like wait on top of the roof and see what happens.
Indeed, it is sort of and you do have that fear in your heart. Your heart's beating rather fast at that. But eventually you see something slowly reach out, its talons slowly clinging against the tile of the roof, before the rest of the body slowly moves on. It's not the hand or the elbow, it's the feet slowly backflipping onto it. Body, whatever strange, sinuous body this is, clearly wet with, well, blood, obviously. You recognize it, of course, the forearms that sort of tack down. You're not sure if anybody else notices this. And of course, the face filled with teeth, but no eyes, just two horns that slowly slide up. And it speaks. How it switches its voice to yours, interestingly enough. How impolite. I was in the middle of drawing a bath.
Who do you speak for?
I speak for myself, at least that was what was agreed on when you met me. Yes, yesterday night.
She sort of looks the thing up and down.
It isn't covered in spiders as last year, remember, but the proportions seem similar.
She goes, "Where did you get the blood to form yourself?"
I suppose it is one of the benefits of being a demon of sorts. My name wouldn't fit in your tongue, so I have been called Blood, Chemo, or many other things. It is up to you what you call
Sorry, did you say Timo?
it. Chemo, as in
Oh,
hemoglobin.
okay. I see. I was about to say, a devil indeed.
The worst, the worst. Anyways. I wished to...
Uh,
Oh, yes?
she sighs and, like, sits at the edge of the chimney or something, and says, "Maybe announce yourself or something."
Perhaps I shall wear a bell for you, but I will next time. As of why I'm here, I wish to expand upon the deal that we have made.
Sure.
Its feet, as it slowly rises to a bipedal sort of walking style, bloody footprints upon the roofing. It sort of studies you, though it has no eyes. Of course, you know from the deal, as they raise up like their hand to sort of gesture to the thumb. I have entered you. I have seen through your eyes. And it seems that perhaps the chickens have come home to roost a bit quicker than you anticipated. Would you not say?
Wasn't one of my chickens that showed up today, but yeah.
And yet it crows nonetheless. Tell me something. You seem to have a fondness for the puppet. What would you have done if the Death Knight claimed a head?
Left. She sort of raises an eyebrow.
The demon does not have an expression, but you feel the smile slightly grow wider. Ah, indeed. Therein lies the bitter rub for assassins. You can get in as far as you want, but if the circumstances go the opposite way, well, you flee, you run, you cower and hide. I'd say it's one of the greatest disadvantages of working under the Black Widow, would you not say? An impossibility to stand on the ground.
There's not a whole lot of people who have to die today. Tomorrow is always an option.
True. And yet waiting on that tomorrow has weakened your lady to the point at which the Horned King, the Split Head, all of them can just walk all over her. But isn't that the tyrant's plan as well? Look, I'm offering you a proposition. To work within the tyrant's means is rigged. It is as constantly pushed down and warped. They prefer this status quo. You won't get anywhere by working with the powers that you've already attuned. What if you could think outside the box, outside the tyrant's means?
I've never constrained myself to inside the box thinking.
And that is why we have come together then. Perhaps I shall push a little forward with my deal. Your lady will provide you options, but those options will still be limited. Take mine instead at times, and you will find yourself rewarded. Perhaps you will be able to go a little bit further. Perhaps they will notice you for all that you are, instead of all that you must hide yourself to be. In the background. I mean, after all, wasn't that the problem with your dear, darling husband?
She ignores that and says, she says, what is your opinion of my lady? What is your relation to her?
I am a man in the theater, or a woman, or a horrible creature, what have you, who watches with...
She mutters, you said man twice.
Who watches with a magnifying glass to look upon the play. It is a tragedy, a horrible mess, and not even well written. So I start getting thoughts, maybe I can write one of my own. But as you can see, I was trapped in that well. I cannot do it alone. And that is why you trendsetter, you, could be a very interesting ally.
And your ending, I assume it goes pretty well for you.
Indeed. Make no mistake, I am not completely focused on you alone. It just so happens that our goals intertwine so deliciously. But I can see you do not believe me. I am a demon. It is not out of the options that I could simply just do something horrible, leave you rotten and begotten in that mansion. So perhaps I shall give you a gesture of good faith.
I have in my lore notes here that the demons spawned from the death of the tyrant.
Indeed. And yet, this one says that they are beyond our control. Interesting.
And the tyrant's not around anymore, but
The
there's
tyrant
this
was
Witch-King guy.
destroyed, but not... was slain but not destroyed. So perhaps as a gesture of good faith, I shall give you a boon without any drawbacks. After all, the first one should always be free. I offer you a way to get to the undead. To worm your poison into their dread hearts without any of the contradictions that they may already have. Of course, you will have to commit a blood sacrifice. This is diablerism, after all. But you'll be able to worm your way in a way they won't forget. What say you, then? Shall we have a deal, or shall I just remain a bystander watching the play as all the world is a stage?
She says, sure, you can add a little note here and there. But I think she's gonna ask, what, it's strange, because Hemo has, it seems like Hemo's like big enemy is the Witch King, right? Like that's the guy that he's like the most got it out for, I think, when he was talking before.
He mentioned the tyrant as well as the Witch King, so could be one or the other. It does seem that he is at least fighting the enemy you're fighting.
I think she'll ask, what does a demon have going against, its, I guess maybe creator's not the right word, but...
Creator is certainly not the right word. You believe that the tyrant created all demons? There's a lot for you to learn, darling.
Can she do like an arcana or a history on that? Like,
You can
does she think
certainly
maybe...
try. Go on ahead.
Alright, we'll do a little history.
14.
14. She's thinking about, like, did maybe the tyrant, like, enslave all the demons, and that's why they, like, came back out after he died?
I'd say that what's going on is that, as far as you knew, as far as the grandfather, the Lich King's underlings, your fellow workers underneath the Black Widow would have established, it seems that demons sprung from his wounds as his heart stopped, and the body split into the fiendish lords that you know today. But now that this guy's saying it, there is that sort of seed in the back of your head. What if he is telling the truth? What does he know that you don't? And what is he willing to share?
All right, I think she's done with questions for now. She'll say, you know, for an assassin, often knowledge is power.
And I assure you, the demon says as they slowly stand up to shake your hand, you're going to get all of the power that you want, that you deserve. The hand's outstretched. Will you shake it?
She's not gonna shake it, but she'll use one of her knives to cut her own palm and then like let the blood drip from her palm onto its thing.
As it drips onto the hand, it grabs it as if it is a great gift, and something strange happens. The wound bleeds a little more, but it's not as much what's happening with that as where it's going. The wound moves. The skin stitches on one and then splits open at the bottom, slowly moving it until it is on the middle of your forearm. Just underneath the wrist, I'd say. That's a vital area for blood. And so, you gain this trait. If you deal yourself, I'd say 5 damage, which you can do without rolling an attack. I'll say that it is something you can do as a bonus action. You can deal an extra 1d6 for every, or I'd say 2d6 for every 5 damage you take. However, with just that extra 2d6 of damage, actually no, I'll say it's 1d6. 1d6 for every 5. With any of that, it turns immunity to poison damage into resistance. It treats immunity as resistance. Let me write that down. Blood. You deal yourself 5 piercing damage as a bonus action and gain an extra 1d6 damage to your sneak attack that does not expire until it is used. So it's permanent until it's used. The sneak attack damage that includes this forces the target to treat its immunity as resistance until the end of its next turn. There you go. That is your boon. Hopefully it won't send you astray. And with that, the demon raises up to grab its horn, tips its head. Pleasure doing business with you, Lady Goddess. Perhaps Queen is in the future. Just something.
She says, I already have a queen.
Sure you do, huh? And with that, it steps over the edge of the roof and disappears.
She sort of looks down and goes, phew, I thought I was gonna like disanimate and just rain blood on the street. That would not have looked good for me.
And so you gain your first boon of Hemo.
Yeah, I've named it Hemo's sample on my character sheet, and where Roll20 asks for a source, I wrote probably very bad deal.
Not too bad so far. The first one's always free. But with that, we will move to the other two. Is there anything else you would like to talk about before the two of you head towards your rooms?
I'm good. I would like if you could write down the rulings of the spear and the name of it.
Oh, yes.
That would be good.
Okay, hold
but I don't think so.
Centaur, Death, Scream, Spear. +1.
Oh, it's a
Magical
+1?
Spear.
Damn.
If thrown, or if any wind passes through. On hit, DC 12 Whiz or Frightened. Oh wait, no, not just the target. I'd say everybody within 10 feet.
No, it's just a straight DC 10,
DC 12.
DC 12. Okay, so it doesn't like I don't have to attune to it.
You don't have to attune to it.
Okay, cool. So no attunement, but the DC is a bit
DC
low,
12.
but that's
It's still failable. Unless they're like gods. It's pretty good against the fog, I'd say. And now with that, there's nothing else. Then, hold on, I need to change the music a little bit. It's a little loud. It was so quiet before. What the fuck? Anyways, Mags. Your place is kind of interesting. It's got this sort of kitchenette, but then it's also got a long hallway to the bed room, because it's like a place that was built within the cracks of what the other rooms had. You don't exactly sleep, so how would you sort of deal with this strange living situation?
You know, honestly, all Mags needs is at the very least a 1 foot opening, and that's good enough for her. So even if this space is a little tight, it's kind of very spacious considering. I do think it was even like what was it, 2 days ago when it was raining and she stuffed herself into a crevice in a rock. Like, that's
you don't get any roofs from this one. Wow.
This one's practically a mansion.
Yes. And so, are you in the bedroom or are you in that kitchenette area, I'd ask?
She probably tries to at least imitate the act of like sleeping, although I do think she probably does more of like a meditation.
Just in the bed pointing towards the hallway, which is a weird vibe, but you know what, it works. And so you sort of sit there. The fox sort of nestled on the bed beside you, and the crow's probably sleeping, so what did you say? Until you do notice something. It appears that as you're sort of sitting in this darkness, the only light coming from the moon, there is something on the other side of the kitchen, slowly moving around and eventually just sort of kneeling on the floor to sort of look at something. And you recognize what it is again. It's that silhouette of Jispal.
Oh, hello. You've returned.
There's a bit of a pause, and it sort of stands up, holding something in its silhouetted hand, as you see that there are 2 dots for eyes, I'd say. Things got really close there at the end, didn't they?
People got a little closer to dying than I would have liked, but it all turned out fine. Mostly.
Perhaps. But what if things didn't go so well? What if the spell failed? What if you succeeded and the head was taken? What if you were too late? You were only there just by 15 to 30 seconds. What if you couldn't spare it?
Then it would have been a sorrowful day.
Perhaps. It seems that you are learning a lot. I mean, what was it that man, I hesitate to call him man, said? You were an idol.
Yeah, not exactly sure. I mean, too sure what he meant by that, considering.
There's a slight tacking sound nearby, but it's kind of hard to place with the conversation keeping you in focus. Do you focus on the sound or do you focus on the boy?
You said there's a tapping sound?
A slight tapping sound, a rapping on the wall. Or not the wall, but the window.
I feel like Magnolia would be easily distractible enough to look at the window
You
instead.
sort of take a glance at it, and then you actually take a look. It's a raven trying to get in.
Huh. What? What's up with?
What would you say?
Sorry. No, go ahead. I'll listen first.
As they sort of say, it seems that you're doing well, but every time you get close to failing, what happens if that does? There is a way to prevent it. You learn more about yourself. You find out what you are and what you can do. Would you say so, Magnolia? Tapping at the window and sort of poking at the glass, and you hear sort of muffled, "That's not me! That's not me!"
Okay. Magnolia is going to be a little. Is going to be wary of this person, this creature speaking to her, but she's going to once again give into her curiosity and continue listening to them.
You seem to be a woman who needs to keep time on hand, so be frank. Best defense is good offense. You know that. Best offense is information. I've been dead longer than you've ever been alive, Magnolia, but I admit that I need assistance. So, how's about this? It slowly begins to move forwards. You start to hear like a slight sound of rain. And for a lightning flash of a moment, it's no longer the silhouette of a boy, it's the silhouette of a skeleton. But then it reverts back to the image of Jasper, with those two pinpricks of light for eyes. I can help you. I can give you information, and I can reveal mysteries you thought were simply part of what happened. But I'm afraid I can't do it for free.
And what exactly would you ask of me for this information?
a simple timeshare. I don't need it every night, and you don't need it every day.
Hmm. I don't mean to be rude or nosy, but what exactly do you want my body for?
Perhaps then I can offer a bit of information first. After all, we need to get acquainted. You are an eidolon, a spirit within a golemic body. I don't know entirely where that spirit came from or how it came to pass with your form, but you're working with an opportunity most can't afford. It is not often that a spirit returns or is brought upon this material plane. Would you not?
I mean, I guess Magnolia wouldn't know how frequently that would happen, so...
Well, you do have your familiar, but that's the only real example.
I suppose it seems rare. I haven't met anyone else like me, I don't think.
What if
Although...
you're the only one? Something to think about.
Huh. That'd be interesting and neat.
Indeed. I'll provide some information and assistance. After all, you want to save your friends, you want to be useful. But I will need to take your body every so often.
Huh. Well, I do appreciate the information. Magnolia's gonna say, like, kind of getting up and walking, like, scooting towards the window. And I do enjoy helping people. I have been told not to trust strangers, and she's gonna let her crow back in.
The crow just sort of flutters onto your shoulder, clearly a little wet from the rain, as the being just sort of looks to you and cocks its head a little bit. It says, I can certainly understand. So in that case, I may as well offer a little bit of knowledge for such, then perhaps you will consider my offer. 1 second, let me just look for something. Not on that one, different tab. Allow me to introduce myself to you. I am Yakul Beal Kursi. I'm just a humble spirit wishing to find some wrongs. That is why I wish to use your body, as, to put it simply, I cannot affect this mortal man. I can gift you my powers, such as they are, but I need a body. Still, this is new to you, and I can understand it. I will come to you when the time is right, and perhaps then you will have an answer for my deal.
Okay. Is it okay if I were to discuss this deal?
that you keep my name a secret, and you do not reveal my wishes. It is too soon to reveal myself, and to put it frankly, I am a bit shy.
Okay. I guess it's important to respect other people's privacy.
Perhaps. But you've got some rest to do, says the shade as they begin to move forward to you, and as they simply rest their hand on yours, it's morning. What? What? Is that what sleep's like? What? Also, I'll just
Something
write
about that.
down the name.
I think for like one of the first very few times this has occurred in Magnolia's wife, she found someone thoroughly creepy.
Indeed. As the raven is... You look and you see that the raven is flat on its back on the floor. What? What the fuck? Wait, I'm cursing. Sorry. What the heck?
What the
Huh. I wonder if everyone gets mysterious people visiting them in the middle of the night, offering them power and information. I should ask Kalis!
Okay. I take it that by the time everybody's sort of had their rest, that it is morning and you're all sort of in the breakfast common room of the lower downstairs?
I have done my magical thing, so now I can vamp the spear away.
Indeed.
Oh, I should reset my spell slots.
We have all enjoyed the benefits of a long rest. Thank goodness.
Yippee! I have my HP back.
Yay! Although I will
Oof.
say that I'll say that it is Kirsty who sort of bids you a good morning and sort of looks at the sort of wound at your side as she goes, "Are you alright?
I am fine.
Is
Give me a scratch.
is the blood normal for you then? Or are you horribly poisoned? Because it might be some sort of poison."
As far as I can remember, this is
Okay, we'll work on that when we get to Bloodstone. Right now, I want to get the fuck out of this town.
what was the dwarf's name again?
Kylmater.
Kylmater, your axe.
Oh shit! You got it.
Yeah.
How do you? You know what? I'm not gonna ask. Just takes it, plucks a couple of strings to sort of test it. Sort of a typical guitar testing riff, like Sweet Child of Mine or something. They handled it. Shit. Yeah, well, beggars can't be choosers. Fuck out of here.
Yes.
Nope.
Are we ready?
No, in return. I said that I'd give you a word in edgewise with the dwarves, so, I mean, it's like less than a day's travel to get to them, so, up to y'all if you want to take that now, but if not, you know, good luck to you in your travels.
going to head towards the dwarves? Asks.
Fiercety just goes, as far as I remember, it was on the trip list, but aren't the dwarves... You know what, I'm gonna ask Garvey and Garland. And Garly and Garvin eventually reveal... Is it Garland and Garvey? Yeah, Garland and Garvey. They do eventually reveal, oh yes, that's the next bit on the trip. Then there's a bit of a problem. I think we'll discuss it when we get there. I'd recommend you discuss it as soon as possible. Oh yes, absolutely, but this place, it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
When we're on the road, then.
When we're on the road. And with that, I will ask if there's anything else y'all want to do in Bellow's Bog before you continue onwards.
Yeah, I'm good.
I don't think Callista's anything to do. She is amused that, like, basically nobody's seen her in this town, but...
Do you stealth your way out too, or do you just take the walk?
No, I mean, you know, she's not gonna, like, walk by whatever his name was, Ansis or something.
Yeah.
But, like, she'll, you know, I assume we're taking the north route out of town.
Yes, indeed.
So yeah, I think she'll just walk.
Everybody just slowly gathers their things and begins to dip. And on the travel too, I will ask, before the big dilemma is summarized, is there anything you two would like to discuss? Or you're three.
Anger's just gonna be happy with his spear, apparently.
There were no curses on that spear. Hell yeah! We'll get to it later.
Callis doesn't have anything to say.
So I have a question for the group, just like a theoretical. Let's say theoretically, like, you were having a dream, or you had like a dream that like a spirit approached you and asked you to like share your body with it, and while disguised as like one of your dead like friends. Like, what would you guys do? Like, has that happened to anyone else? Like, just curious. Just wondering.
Garvey
like, not
would
that
just
it's
sort of go,
necessarily happened.
did you eat too much cheese? That sometimes happens if you eat too much cheese. Except for me, it's more dreams about what if my feet were hands and hands were feet.
No, I mostly just eat candy. Although I don't even need to do that.
I do not think I have a dream. Though I can.
Just slowly pans towards Callis.
Callis goes, Callis says, it seems in bad faith that it approached you disguised at first.
Have you ever had anyone sketchy approach you with like a weird deal? They offered to give me information. I mean, hypothetically, they could have offered to give me information.
In return for what?
Oh, just sharing my body with them. Hypothetically, of course.
Callis definitely like does like a inhale through her teeth at that one, and she's like, "Ooh, that one's." That's... Look, to answer the question of have I been approached by shady people asking me for things? Yeah, all the time, like a lot. But bodily autonomy is pretty important. I feel like that's a hell of a ask for like a first step in like an evil relationship, you know?
Okay, noted.
in the back of your
To
head,
colloquialize it,
Callis, you just go,
Come take
I don't think it would be
dinner
that bad
first.
of a thing, but a little early. You'll process that later.
Also, like, probably tell us if you do accept the deal so that we can, like, you know, keep an eye on you.
Oh, so you
I-
guys
Or
did
something.
catch on that it wasn't just a hypothetical?
Yeah, it's kind of obvious, says Kirsty.
You would think
Hmm.
with someone with limited expressions on your face, be able to hide things better.
You know, I do like the idea of a person who has like literally who also has proficiency in deceptions. Magnolia like not wanting to lie to her friends, being like, I'm not gonna put my all into this one. Okay. I was just curious. And yeah, if I take a deal that involves me lending someone my body, I'll let you guys know. Assuming I can.
Is it your body? Says Garland? Yeah, Garland. Even I'm
I mean,
confused by the-
technically, it's the only body that I know.
I'm not questioning that. All right. Yeah, it makes sense to me. Anyways, what was that topic? Kylmater actually speaks up. Actually, I think we're here. And so you see just what has become of these wrong one. Of these wrong lever, Kronk! Of these mysterious dwarves, you come across what seems like a 3-floor trading post in the middle of a couple of roads. It doesn't seem very civilized exactly, but it does appear that there are some yurts, these sort of rounded tents, as well as a couple of teepees and tents of different kinds that make up a sort of settlement around the central building. And you see a couple of dwarves moving by, doing things. But there's something kind of interesting as you begin to enter this area. They are bald and their beards have been shaven. All of them. So it seems.
Alright.
And not only that, there's not that many. Is this where they came with the dwarves? All right, says Kylmater as he sort of lights up a bit of a smoke. I could try to get a word in edgewise with the Elder Lord Everest, but for the rest of them, I think that there's a smithery, and of course there's, the trading post, but that's complicated. Ultimately, it's up to you what you guys want.
So, trading post or smith?
You could either go to the trading post, the big smithery, or you could try and meet the Elder Lord.
I mean, I guess I'd be curious of what the smith. I assume you by that the smith and the trading post are selling things.
It appears so. Well, the smith might be, you don't know, but the trading post definitely yes.
I would like to take a look at both to see if they got some gear.
Alrighty. What about the other two of you? It is an interesting little scenario, as it seems that it's all dwarves mostly, and they seem to be looking at you with some mild questioning.
The smith was the one that said things would be possibly complicated with, right?
The trading post.
Oh, the trading post. I'll go to the trading post. I don't have many shiny bits, but
Alrighty.
I mean, I guess I have salt.
And what of you, Calis?
Gosh, is there anything that Calis wants to do here?
It just seems like another small trading post. Weirdly large amount of dwarves, but that's about it.
Yeah, and the dwarves all seem chopped, right?
They no beards, no real hair. There's like one or two, I'd say. That's about it.
And there's this this elder lord person.
Yes, that he's trying
Is
to.
that like
It might take him a little while to get him to chat.
is that a person that I would have known about like when I was a noble, or is that like
Roll me a history check.
is this just
with
like some guy?
advantage, I suppose, because you do have some knowledge of stuff like this. Oh, I just
30,
realized
20.
That I was not in. Oh, that's good. Okay, dirty 20. Yeah, back when the dwarves were kind of in their heyday and used to work with like other people, they were kind of the biggest faction of the Bloodstone area / the borderlands. So you might have had to do a couple dealings with them if it came to weapons or armor or stuff. If you went north, that is. It's like if you live in Tallahassee and you know about Philadelphia. Like, it's a big place, but it's a bit further away from you. Didn't look like this, though. You remembered.
Yeah, on our map, does it say ruined dwarf fortress? Like, is that
I'd say that, and you did hear
like-
about dragons.
what is Kirsty up to?
Kirsty is just sort of trying to move her way through. She's keeping her head down so that she's not bumping into anyone on the footpath. And then it's that sort of thing that eventually gets someone's attention enough to call each of you out. Halt! As a plated dwarf with what seems to be an ornamental wig upon her helmet's edges does approach you, clean-shaven. And just for reference, it is... Oh, hold on. Okay,
Don't forget to click off of it when you're done.
I will. I learned my lesson from last time. Watch out. It's this one. And she sort of looks to you all and just goes, state your name and business. Percy just sort of looks around and just, oh, I guess that's me. Halflings. Oh no, she looks for the halflings and just sees them in the distance already, like, getting some grub from like a group eat. Like a group work lunch. Just, we are heading to the city of Bloodstone, or Barony of Bloodstone, actually. Bloodstone. That's a ways. Yeah, we're traveling. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Answer truthfully, or else face the judgment of the Elder Lord. As she sort of flips out a list and puts on like a pair of spectacles. Do you have anything to declare?
You explain
Do
what
you-
this
do we-
means.
Yeah, do we know what they're asking us to declare? Like, if we saw anything bad along the road or what?
Do you have anything that? Do you have any knowledge of anything that would be approaching, or in any other case, could anything on you that could threaten the remainder of the dwarven clan?
I mean, we have weapons to defend ourselves.
Will
That
you
we
just be
travel with.
defending yourselves with them?
Yes.
I will hold you to that word. Next,
Very
do
well.
you have any knowledge of dragons nearby? And _B and the subtitles. Are you affiliated with any dragons of any kind? And are you a dragon?
No,
Didn't we
and
hear something about a
no?
dragon? Didn't we
You
hear something
did
about
hear
dragon?
something about a dragon, as that seemed to be the big threat that the deserters were worried about.
Where did they say that? Were they referring to the one that was in?
That
The
destroyed the dwarves, yes.
Okay, so it's nothing new.
Yeah, nothing.
Alright, then no.
Alright, and how long will you be staying? I regret to inform you that anything that you buy as for food must be paid for. I'm afraid we can't keep any tabs at the moment.
Alright. Looks to Kirsty, we're just passing through, yes?
Yeah, I believe one day would be Alright, that seems to be enough. If any of you cause trouble, I will know. Just as a warning. Slaps it onto her side and just sort of halves up her great hammer and just moves along. Oh, and one more thing. Almost forgot. Any conspiring with the exile shall be resulted in public shaming. Although, currently, we do not have any public shamers, so it will be postponed 1 week.
Who is the exiled?
The one who runs that, and she points at the trading hall.
So we cannot go trading.
You will be publicly shamed,
Ah.
although they don't have any public shamers at the moment.
I don't give a shit. What are they gonna do?
May I ask
Just-
why they're exiled?
They attempt, as is described by bylaw 143-Kuldion-2, no dwarf shall share the runic secrets that are provided within the hall unless expressly allowed by the Elder Lord. Unfortunately, we got a bit of a snitch.
Wait, and this is the dwarf that we rescued that they're talking about, that they're saying.
No, no.
Kylmater does sort of whisper, I told you it was a bit complicated. And as for you, hi. We've been hearing the word that you've been getting out and losing dwarven weapons. I didn't lose it. I have it right here. That abomination doesn't count. Look, I just wanted to spread our story. Hope for something a little bit better. Your causing trouble is what you're doing, Kylmater. And I assure you your cousin will know about this. Alright. I guess. As for the rest of you, stay out of trouble.
So, looks a group Smith first.
smith first, then trading up, because we don't want to have a bad taste when we're at the smith.
Indeed. So it'll probably be the smith, then the elder, then the trading post owner.
Oh, I don't care about the elder.
Okay.
I mean, I guess. Why do we want to talk to the elder?
Getting in a good word, I guess.
What does that matter?
You can leave that, honestly, to Kirsty in that case.
Kirsty can deal with that. That's not we're just here to protect people.
Alrighty. In that case, as she begins to just sort of sit and wait, just goes, I'll get back to y'all shortly. The party moves to the smith. As you see that it is an outdoor smithy, judging by how all the grass is burned in one particular area, and great big metal posts have been struck down. There's a cobblestone chimney furnace in one particular area, which does at least provide some hint of legitimacy, as it seems that a bunch of dwarves are sort of running through all different sorts of things. Like, one of them's got to grab all the molten metal and put it into the quenching. There's one that's sort of, here's the slag, toss it. And it seems that there are only two others, which seem to be a rather quiet one who's just sort of toiling away at one particular thing near the corner, while another one, well, frankly, you know them because they yell out to you, "Hold it! Hold it!" as they begin to run down. They're probably the only one, well, they're one of the few ones with a beard, partially because it's so blackened, you need to twist it off with a pair of pliers. My nose! With my nose and my mustache, I smell that there's something other than dwarven blood within my smith. Who are ye? What do you want? And you realize the reason why he's talking like that is because he's blind. For reference. I don't like how this is... They have the... I'd say they have one seeing gem that's sort of stuck onto the blindfold.
We came to, well, at least I came to look at your weapons, if they are for sale.
For sale? Well, tall man, I can at least show you off some of them, although I'm afraid that we'll have to pinch a bit of a better gold piece than the cheap ass up there. Selling our stuff like it's no good business. And
Yep, maybe.
Coming here first.
with that, Kylmater starts to move over towards the choir one and starts talking with them.
So what they got?
I'm gonna roll something right quick.
Hopefully it's in my wheelhouse. A more magic weapon. Oh!
That's either really good or really bad.
I can tell you some of the older ones, but I'm afraid that we're starting to run a little short on it. So I'll say this. I will make ye one piece of armor or one weapon. And I'll grant it masterwork. It won't be magical. We don't have any of that yet with the runesmithing. That is, if McKen isn't lazy again. As the one who's sort of quiet just sort of goes, I'll work on it. The one in the distance is the sort of... He's actually kind of tall for a dwarf. The one that Kylmater is trying to do. Bit of gray
So when
hair.
you say be a masterwork,
It'll be a masterwork plus one weapon? or it'll be a +1 piece of armor, which means for the weapon, it's gonna be, I'd say, 100 gold. For the armor, it'll be 250 gold. Bit expensive.
Bit expensive. Okay, let me see what I right now. Want to take a check. I have scale mail. So that. Well.
The best you can hope for is like half plate, I guess.
Half plate. Well, that's more than. Well, normal pricing is higher than what you was put it at.
I'll say that it's the original pricing plus 250 gold.
Well, yeah, that's way outside my price range for the armor. Unless, so right now I have 14. That's still. Let's see. Starting would be a 13 plus.
Yeah, this music fits.
13 plus 4 would be a 17, so that would be a slight improvement. Or just a +1 weapon. Like I'd want a versatile. Oh well, let me see. I think I know what I might.
Alright, while you're figuring that out, what about the other two? Oh, yes?
How long would it take to make? Because we're not going to be here for too long.
It would be 1 day, but you could only choose one.
Cool.
As for the rest of you, what are you doing at this smith? Is there anything you want to buy?
I don't think the only thing that I think Callis would be interested in is what are they called? Dagger of Rebounding or Returning or something.
I'll roll
the dagger that you throw it and it comes back.
True.
But he said he doesn't have any magic stuff, so.
Indeed, but there is the guy who's currently hammering on something next to Kylmater.
She'll look around. I mean, not a lot of smiths make daggers anyway. It's not exactly the most prestigious weapon to be making.
True. And I guess roll an investigation check. But as for you, my dear Magnolia, what are you looking for, if anything?
Gosh, not a weapon. I can't really use those.
Yeah.
I doubt anyone here would be able to upgrade my arcane focus.
There is that mysterious one hammering, but that's about it.
I'll ask the hammering guy.
All right. He sort of looks up to you from bushy eyebrows and goes, "Oh yeah, what is it? What do you want?" His voice is very, very low, almost a whisper.
Actually, something that I would maybe be curious about. I am just like a doll.
Hey, that should be.
Could I potentially ask if they would be able to upgrade my body in some way?
I have some experience with the rune crafting, but I'm a little worried I might shatter you, my dear. I could try, but I understand the warning.
That seems
because of
heavily risky.
Because of McKen, he's one of the better runesmiths. One of the better ones that survived from the Dwarven Forge. You're just saying that. No, I am actually saying that, says Kylmater. He could do it. But I don't want to hurt you, is all.
Okay. I'll I'll ask them.
And with that, I will describe what the runes are. The runes are basically magical tattoos, if you've ever seen the magic items. And the ones that he offers right now are...
Oh, I literally have a book that's Tome of Mystical Tattoos, like, right next to me.
Whoa.
Well, I guess I have all of my D&D books right next to me.
I just got the one from Mordekainen. Give me a second if I... the current thing that I am using that I will not name... okay, so the uncommon ones are, if I just take a look, a barrier tattoo, or a barrier rune, which would grant you an AC of 12 plus your dexterity bonus. Then there is a
Yes.
one that allows you to cast a second level spell or a third level spell once per day. The other ones are mostly melee. You're not melee.
Okay. How much would this spell one cost?
I would say that it costs about a... I'd say if it was the second level spell, it would be 100 gold. If it's the third level, it's 250.
Okay.
I can assure you, if you don't have it, you can always come back. I don't think we're getting back the mountain.
I think I would like the third level one.
What would you wish to cast once per long rest?
Any third level spell.
I will say... I'm gonna roll. Okay, so there's...
Or is it something on that I have in my spell list already?
Okay, so there's Cleric Paladin. Okay, so it's Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma Caster. I'm gonna roll a d4. Is it... Okay, so it's only going to be from the clerical spell list.
Okay.
If you rolled a d4, it would be any spell.
Cleric. This is gonna take me I'm gonna need a second.
I might say no to some spells, heads up. Spirit Guardians?
Yeah, that's fair.
Spirit Guardians or Spiritual Weapon, you said?
I said Spiritual Guardians. That's
a pretty good spell. Because it's just, hey, guess what? Fuck you, can't touch me.
Would you look at
Okay.
spells?
I'm doing everything in my power not to just pick some random spell that has like create food or water or something.
If it's Revivify, I might punch you. No, you can just do that forever. Whatever. Anyways.
I would never do that.
I mean, it could be a second level or a first level spell at third level.
Oh, don't give me more options.
Alright, I'll do third level on one.
Other people can do stuff while I'm looking at this, so come back to me.
Alrighty, in that case, I will at least provide the dilemma. You eventually do reconnect with your... Well, it's you guys are currently waiting for the decisions to be made inside the smithery, as with a great big leg of turkey, Garvey sort of walks up, but Garland at least has the map open. Alright, so the problem at hand. Wait, no, I remember. They had Irish accents. So the problem at hand is, well, it's relating to the next big step of the trip. See, from this point, it's been mostly smooth sailing, but we're about to go past the mountains, and that's complicated. Oh yes, I believe there were 2 ways we could go. One second, why is it not taking me there too? There we go. Okay, let me just move this. So there are 2 ways we can go. Through the Giant's Tooth Mountains. From one path, we can go the safe way. Problem is, despite how safe it is, it's longer. It takes about, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it's 8-day trip in order to get to where we're going. However, there is a separate way. As he almost touches it, but Garland just grabs his hand to make sure he doesn't. All right, I'll clean off my hands. There is a path, the old dwarven path. Goes straight through the mountains. It's 3 days, simple. I'd argue it's a straight line, so it's even simpler, but it's way more dangerous. What if we meet that dragon or anything else that's crawling across them? We could take either way, and nonetheless, we'd all try to make sure that we're both safe, as well as Mistress Kirsty. However, I feel it would be best if we asked the real adventurers. As much as I hate to say it, I agree. What would you think?
DM, how dangerous is the straight path?
A lot more dangerous than the other path. I mean, you're going to... The time is the problem. Because you can travel it, and then you might have, time in between encounters and stuff. But if you go through, it's basically kind of a mob rush. You can make it through if you're smart. But if you're just traipsing through, you might die.
Have I experienced both paths?
Make me a history check. Or, insight? Whichever's higher.
Go with history.
Alrighty.
Me?
With a 20? Yeah, you remember both. One way is long. It's going through the mountain passes. You might meet some civilized or semi-civilized races. You might meet a couple of things like the giants or something. But going straight through, there's all sorts of beasts there, as well as possibly that dragon, or worse, hostile giants.
And we do want to get the Bloodstone as fast as possible.
As fast as possible,
Yeah.
yes.
Do I think we could handle it based on my roll?
You don't know. You might have fought, some stuff, you might have fought, a giant and it ran away, but sometimes you had something beneath the ground rumbling, literally threatening to split the earth. You did have to run from that.
Is the path that goes by the dwarf fortress, is that the shorter one or the longer one?
That's the shorter, more dangerous one.
I think Kalis thinks that we should go that way. And I think she says, we aren't exactly sure what we're going to be dealing with once we get to Bloodstone. Probably best to test ourselves now. Plus, there's a good chance that we can find some sort of magical accoutrement if we travel through the dwarves area.
I don't think we'll be traveling straight through the fortress, but we'll try. If it is what everyone decides.
As long as we don't get laid off, we should be fine. As long as we know what battles we're going to what we need to run. If speed is what we push, take it out.
6.
So I do not mind going through the middle path.
It's more dangerous, but it's faster.
That's what he says. As long as everyone knows the risk and knows that if we need to run, we run. If we can fight it and get it done quick, we move. We gotta keep moving. We have to stay on our toes the whole time.
And what says Magnolia?
The middle path sounds exciting.
Oh boy. So everybody's choosing that one? In that case, it's decided. We'll start in the morning, and once we move past that longer point with all the... Well, we move into the mountains.
Okay. Question for DM
Yeah?
slash group.
Mm-hmm.
So before group is asked, the 3 spells that I am between are Enhance Ability, Hold Person, and Spirit Guardians.
Ooh.
I feel like Spirit Guardians is probably on the lower end of things because I just don't want to be that close to really anyone.
True.
Fair. But it
Because
also
my AC. Yeah, but my AC is 12.
it'll slow them down from getting to you, and we can get there faster.
The problem is that they're already in melee range. They're gonna get to you.
No, Spiritual Guardians is a 15-foot radius.
Yes.
So as long as if they have that up and they get close to where they're slowed down, they shouldn't get to them in the first turn. I can double back and grab whoever and stop them.
I am curious about something. Let me go
You
read
said
a thing real quick.
For enhance ability.
Yes.
I mean, enhance ability is not bad, but
There's also
I guess it does give you more it gives you more options to play with, but some of those don't get used very often. And you can only do it once per day, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
I wouldn't be
very
able to cast these with my regular spell slots, right? After
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like
It's added to your spell list, yeah.
Oh, okay. So I could do that.
Alright.
Theoretically.
I mean,
But, you know.
and hold person's always not bad, but also hold person only works on humanoid. So there's a
Might not
dilemma
work
if we're fighting
against- Yeah.
undead and other things. That is the issue with hold person.
Yeah, one of the other things I forgot to look at is the fact that I would have other options from this book that my class comes from, so I should look at that. Okay, ignore me for a second again.
Okay. Either way, I suppose it's decided then. So
I also have a question for party if they have any input. Of the 2 weapons I'm thinking of getting is either the flail or the morning star. The flail because it has the bypass ability, which lets me ignore shields, or the morning star because if I crit on a creature with natural armor, it deals an extra damage die. Any say on that?
Honestly, my biggest concern for us right now, is AoE, because we kind of don't do any of that.
I have AoEs. I can do them when I attack. I just have a limited area. If I really need to, I can cast them. I can cast a normal shatter if needed.
Yeah, that is the only downside about the fact that I got that cleric is the one that was rolled, is that there aren't There aren't many AoE spells in there.
I have Shatter and Thunderwave. Those are my AoEs.
I also have Shatter.
We bring in the thunder.
Although I think Shatter is my only damaging AoE spell. I technically have like 2 other spells that do damage.
I mean, and we can also, after we decide here, we can also look at the other guy's shop. Maybe he has some more things that might be helpful in terms of the department. But I mean, we're not.
We might be getting to
completely...
that next time, admittedly.
That's fine. So, I think I'll go with the flail for the bypass because I feel like that might come in handy. Just in case there's a shielded enemy.
Shielded enemies are rough.
Let's see, you said 3rd level.
Okay.
Yeah, not many AoEs do the cleric give.
No.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
Alright, yeah, but I'll put 100 gold for the for a flail.
Alright, you gain at the start of tomorrow morning a +1 masterwork flail. It's not magical, but it has a +1 bonus to attack and damage.
Well, they still count as magical for me.
Yippee! You're just attracting weapons like Pokemon now.
That's the goal, that I can swap out weapons to fit the situation. That's also why I like extended weapons. It makes you want to use other weapons.
Yes. And it somehow does it better than 5.5e.
Mm-hmm. Because you don't have to have the mastery in order to do it. So it's not locked behind classes. Anyone can use it so long as they're proficient in it.
Yeah. Have you decided upon your spell yet? Max?
No, I'm currently reading spells.
Alright, should we cut away from that, and when you come back, we will have your spell of choice?
Yeah, it shouldn't take too long. I'll probably be able to give some more options. I mean, we should go ahead and cut away, but yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Oh.
In which case, with that decision made, that you are actually getting that spell, the poor, quiet dwarf known as Maken is going to make a dexterity save. See if he accidentally caused you any damage. Actually, no, he's... Yeah, okay. That's a 10. He's able to put it in without any trouble and just says, if there are any troubles, feel free to tell me. I am learning with constructive criticism.
Will do, although I don't think Magnolia would ever. Magnolia would be the person that like got the completely wrong order and be like,
This is fine.
"Is this good enough?"
She asked for no pickles.
Uh-huh. the two scary ones walk up. Yeah. That's right.
Just bash the shit out of the McDonald's man. Nonetheless, with that, there's at least a little bit of an interruption before you move in. It appears that after this was established, Kylmater was at least able to get the word in. And with that, you do see that Kirsty is sort of coming forward with what seems to be a very old dwarf. He also is one with a beard that was somewhat... He's definitely in his crotchier era. He's got what seems to be a wrapping around one of his eyes and a bit of a sling over his arm. It seems that he hasn't had them healed. Perhaps he wishes to burn himself with them for the time being. And I want to click on this man, but it is not letting me click on this man. Oh, I see him. I'm learning. Nonetheless, it is the man up front. As Kirsty says, these are the ones that I was talking about, good sir. You see that her voice is actually sort of changed. There's a bit of a lilt to it. You see, it appears that these were the heroes who helped save your associate and provide the artifact that was provided. It wasn't much of an artifact, but it's appreciated nonetheless. We do give our thanks. Garvey just sort of looks up and just goes, of course, if there's anything that we could bring, that you could give us, we would appreciate it for the long travel ahead. And that is where I wish to bring up my point, Miss Kirsty. It appears that, actually no, he actually says it. It appears that that is what I wish to bring up most of all, Lady Kirsty. While we do appreciate you and we do understand your plight, it appears that we don't have much to give. We are running out of materials. We are much dwindled, and we have no forces to provide. To put it simply, all that we can do is wish you the best of luck. But unless you can get that dragon out of the sky, I'm afraid we can't help you. Yes, that was what I was expecting. For the meantime, though, enjoy yourselves. But if you are gone by the morning, we would greatly appreciate that. Yes, thank you, Elder Everest. Yes. And he just begins to move on and start shouting at some, like, Vessel, what are you doing? We're trying to make this work. I don't understand. Well, you have to make it work faster. Just, typical dwarven bickering. Kylmater does sort of come up and just go, yeah, sorry about that. He's sort of hard as a rock, that one. But with that being said, and with all that's being left being the talk with the mysterious owner of the trading post and the long journey ahead, I feel like this is a nice enough place to wrap up today's session. Thank you for watching. If you want, you can like and subscribe and stay posted on what we will soon bring to you. And goodbye.